If you want the fastest way to connect Microsoft Entra ID to Atlassian Guard, this is it. Today, in this video, we are doing option 2, automatically set up user provisioning. Hey, I'm Marvin and I work as a technical support engineer DevOps at Resolution. By the end of this episode, you will have Azure AD connected, sync settings configured, and your first pilot sync running.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine. Brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time.
So easy setup is great. Yeah, until it's easy to sync the wrong syncs. Wrong identifier. Users can't log in. Wrong groups. Access and licensing gets messy. Or wrong domains. Some people sync and others don't. So we do this safely. A small pilot, verify results, and then expand. But before we start, option 2, what is it about? So Atlassian offers 2 Azure AD options. Option 1, it's a manual SCIM and SAML configuration, more flexibility and no nested group flattening. Option 2, which we are doing today, you will sign in with Microsoft, allow access, and Atlassian sets up sync automatically. One important behavior, nested groups get flattened, but memberships are kept. And syncing is automatic default every 4 hours. But before you start, check the following. Are you an organization admin? Do you have Atlassian Guard standard? And do you use the correct Entra ID tenant? So let's switch to our demo instance. Let's go to admin.atlassian.com and choose the site or organization where you want to add your identity provider. Here we will go to security, user security, and identity providers. We will choose from this collection Microsoft Azure AD. Now you would need to give it this directory or this identity provider. You have chosen a directory name. And choose option 2. We have this option 1 and we want to configure option 2, so automatically set up user provisioning. Click on add. And you get a notification that this directory was added. And now you need to sign in with Microsoft. Choose the correct account, and depending on your settings, you maybe need to click approve or consent again. And after you have done it, you will be forwarded again back to this user sync configuration. And here we can, or we already need to configure some important points. Let's start at the top and go down here from this option. There are not so many options, but let's have a look on every option here. You could choose disable automatic syncing, but later for production, I would recommend to have it enabled so that it's automatically run. Like I mentioned before, it's the interval default is 4 hours, but you could also choose 1 hour, 2 hours, or 24 hours, depending on your needs. Now, we have 2 options to filter which users should be synced to your Atlassian instance. If you have more than 1 domain in your Entra ID tenant, I would recommend to change it here to only verify or select only domains, specific domains. So I will just choose one of these Azure AD domains. And the next step would be select users to sync. And if you don't want to sync all users from your Entra ID tenant, I would recommend to choose option 2, specific groups and their users. Here you could search for the group in Entra ID, and only member of this group will be synced. The next option is here, how to identify the users. You could use this user principal name or the email address. And now it depends a bit on your setup. If every user or member of your Entra ID, as an example, has an email address. And you could choose one of these both options. And it's important that later, if you want to configure SAML sign-on, you would choose or need to choose the same option here. So the last but important point here is you could, or Atlassian will send an email as soon as the user was provisioned. If you don't want it, just enable turn email off. Now you could already click on sync or just click on save and sync later. So all configuration will be saved. Before we continue, here's one important step to know, or not a step, it's more like good to know, that about this group size here. you are able, or the group can have up to 10,000 users per group. If you have more than 10,000 users in one group, you would need to split it off. Otherwise, the sync will not work. And before we click on sync, you will get a confirmation about these domains and bit of your configuration. We will see it later too. And a big warning, once you start syncing, you can't stop it. You can edit settings later and changes applied by the next sync, but syncing itself is on. Treat the first sync like production. But now let's click here on sync and you will get this pop-up window with your settings. You can check it again here about the groups and the domains you want to sync. And now click start syncing. And we'll see that the sync is in progress. And as soon as it's done, so in my test instance, it should not take so much time because it's only one group. And yeah, sync is completed. You will get a notification about it. So 2 common gotchas after you sync. 1, SAML timing. Atlassian says you must complete a sync before you can set up simultaneous and sign-on. And 2, app access. So new sync groups may need app access granted after syncing. Syncing users is not the same as giving Jira access. Let's do a recap on option 2. It's a faster path. Just connect, give consent, configure sync settings, and sync, and you're done. Next steps. 1, pilot with one group. 2, verify identifiers, domains, and memberships. And 3, move on to SAML single sign-on and enforcement. See you in the next episode.
This is my time. I'm on the rise.